What's up guys, it's Paraly5er here, and today we're going to be looking at tier 4 tools in Grounded. Now I know a lot of people are looking at how to get the new tier 4 stuff, so I'm going to show off on this video today how to do it. Now, this is very important. Before you can do anything regarding tier 4, you need to be in New Game Plus times 4. I know, this is crazy. It's going to take you a long time to get to New Game Plus times 4. My world right now is in New Game Plus times 5, but I cheated to get there, obviously. I didn't do it legitimately. Doing it legitimately is going to take a long time. But I'm going to show you how to get these tier 4 weapons and tools today. So let's spawn in the Infused Broodmother and let's kill it. Oh, it's got a lot of HP. 1 second. Let's not do that. There we go. The Broodmother is now dead. And you want to make sure you got Dissection Expert when you loot the bosses in the higher difficulties. I mean, you should always have Dissection Expert on when you loot bosses anyway. But when we loot it, you can see on the left there, we get an Infused Dagger. So if I go into my inventory, this is everything the boss dropped in 1 kill, which is, you know, insane. We got a couple of waffles here, nothing too crazy. But we got an Infused Dagger. This is the Widow Dagger, obviously. And this gives you plus perfect block. So every tier 4 weapon is going to do more damage, I do believe, than tier 3 weapons. But they're also going to have this random buff effect that comes with them. So this Widow Dagger, for example, has plus perfect block. That's a pretty cool effect. It's going to give you a bigger parry window. It's actually very useful on one of these weapons. Some of them are pretty useless. I think I got a melee weapon the other day that had Arrow Refund, which works with bows. So it's completely useless. But if you go into this chest here, this is all the things the Broodmother can drop. So the Broodmother specifically does Pebblet Dagger, Bone Dagger, Spiderfang Dagger, Widow Dagger, and the Club of the Mother Demon. Now, you'll notice all of these daggers have the exact same damage, they have the exact same stun, and the exact same speed. So it doesn't really matter which one drops for you, it's just a different look to it. But they all have different buffs. The buff is completely random when you pick it up. This one has Gas Guard, so if you hold it, it'll protect you from gas damage. This one does more fresh damage, this one has Explosive Resist. It's also worth noting with these weapons, when you put them inside of the smithing station here, you can upgrade them down any elemental path that you want. Obviously, the difference being with the mighty path for the infused weapons, you don't get the buff that you now get with the regular weapon. If I was to get a Widow Dagger right now, and I was to upgrade it real quick, you'll see that once I get to the mighty path, the plus perfect block is actually the effect of the Widow Dagger when you go down the mighty path now. But this one here doesn't have that effect. If I do a different Widow Dagger, I wonder if it'll get the effect, actually. Let's see. Tenderfoot Defense, this one has. So if I go to level 6 on this one, no, you still don't get the effect. It's not just because that one had the same effect. So it's worth noting, you can do these down any elemental path you want. The Broodmother drops the 4 daggers plus the Club of the Mother Demon. Let's move on to the next boss, and let's see what they're going to drop. Straight through the teleporter, and we're here, just like that. Okay, here's the Mantis, New Game Plus 5, boom, shot in the face, she's dead because I'm on 0 health. Remember, you wouldn't be able to do this normally, this is just because I'm on a custom game and I have lowered health on. Let's loot her, what did we get? Ooh, we got a couple of infused axes. We got the infused Termite Axe and the infused Insect Axe. Now, this one has Sizzle Immunity, that's cool. This one has Wolf Slider damage. The Mantis does indeed drop the tier 4 axe weapons. I've tested this, and from what I can tell, she only has 4 drops. These are the 4 drops of the Mantis. She has the Infused Axe, Pebble Axe, Insect Axe, Termite Axe, and Scythe of Blossoms. Now, the Scythe of Blossoms is probably one of the best weapons in the game right now, I'm not gonna lie. Along with the Club of the Mother Demon, in terms of like tier 4 infused weapons, I think the Scythe of Blossoms is probably the best because it is so goddamn fast. It's the fastest weapon in the game with its recent buff, especially with Apex Predator on, obviously. You're going to definitely want to use this. Like if I compare this to the Widow Dagger, they are the same speed, but this thing gets like a massive speed buff when you use Apex Predator. So this is one of the best weapons in the game. I would definitely recommend if you can get the Infused Scythe. That's probably the best weapon once you get into New Game Plus times 4. Okay, that's the Mantis covered. Which enemy is going to be next? Let's go for the Mant. Okay, here we are at the Mant boss fight. Here he is. Look at him. Big ugly. He's now dead. Let's see what the Mant drops, shall we? Now, I've had a bit of unluckiness with this. Nothing is the answer. Now, that's going to seem strange, right? Because the Mant is a boss. It should drop stuff when you kill it. Now, according to the Grounded wiki, the Mant should either drop an infused hammer or the infused antlion greatsword. But every time I've killed the Mant, I've never been able to get these to drop. I don't know if I'm just bad at the game, which is very possible, or if I'm just very unlucky, or if they are bugged right now. Oh, we got an infused hammer that time. Okay, so they definitely do drop, but it says on the wiki they have a 25% chance to drop. And you got to remember, this guy's not repeatable. So if I want to go and get another hammer now, I have to go into New Game plus 5 to get another hammer to drop. So you're going to have to get very lucky here, but he can drop Pebblet Hammer, Insect Hammer, Black Ox Hammer, and then the Antlion Greatsword. Technically, you don't need all 4 of these. You would only need 1 hammer and the Antlion Greatsword if you want to collect every weapon, because all the hammers are going to do the same damage, obviously. But yes, there you go. He does indeed drop hammers. They're just very, very rare, and they don't drop very often, so you've got to be careful with these. Okay, next up we have Director Schmector. Let's go ahead and take him on. Again, these bosses in New Game Plus 4 are borderline impossible. Most people aren't going to be able to make it here right now, especially Schmector. He's really tough, but we're going to kill him regardless. I'm going to show you what he drops. Let's loot him. Let's see, what do you get? You get Infused Spears. That is correct. He can drop the Pebblet Spear, the Stinger Spear. He can also drop the Bone Trident Infused. He can drop the Rusty Spear Infused. And he can drop the Fung Nia, which is the new Infected Spear that I have in my hand right here, funnily enough. That can also be dropped from him infused. Those are his 5 weapon drops, as far as I could tell from all the testing I did. Next, we have the hardest boss in the game, the Infected Broodmother. Now, she's very, very dangerous. Especially when she's infused, especially on New Game Plus 4. This fight, probably impossible right now, but I'm still going to show you what the tier 4 drops are from this fight. It's also sometimes buggy, where I'll kill her, and it just won't kill her, which is very strange. She sometimes just becomes invincible. Also, Wendell, go away. No one asked you to follow me, sir. We do not appreciate Wendell Tully. He's annoying, okay? Stage 2, dead, easy peasy. You see, I'm just on 0x health. Life just becomes so much easier. This is just the way Grounded was supposed to be played. What can I say? And... oh, I missed my shot. What a shame. Anyways, she's now dead, and if we loot her, what do we get? We get the gold card. We didn't get a weapon, we got the gold. Okay. Okay. Hopefully, second tries the charm. Let's see. There we go. This time, we actually got 3 weapons there. We got the Infused Blaster, the Lava Blade, and the Toenail Scimitar. Now, there is a few other weapons that drop here. I have tested this. You can get the Lava Blade, the Black Ant Sword, the Tikmakawakawiwa, the Toenail Scimitar, and the Blaster of the Moldy Matriarchs. We've actually got 3 of the 5 here, which is insanely lucky. Again, all of these weapons have buffs to them. All of the swords are going to do the exact same damage with the same stun and the same speed. The blaster is obviously different because it's the blaster. Could be a really good weapon. Actually looks really cool. And something to note about the blaster that's different is when you throw the bombs, they actually explode purple instead of exploding blue, which is a very nice touch. I thought this was one of the coolest weapons in the game actually so far, purely because it's purple instead of blue when it explodes. Let's move on to the final boss. But the final boss, we have everyone's least favorite. The Infused Wasp Queen. Now, I hate the Wasp Queen, and this fight gives you even less reason to want to fight her, to be honest, because what does she drop when you loot her? Crossbows and bows. Yeah. She drops the Infused Sprig Bow, Insect Bow, Bard's Bow, Black Ox Crossbow, and the Crow Crossbow. Those are the 5 weapons she drops. You know I'm not a lover of crossbows, so I probably won't be fighting her anytime soon for a purple-looking crossbow. Is it cool? Yes. Does it shoot purple special arrows that look sick? Yeah, it kind of does, okay? The arrows do look pretty cool. I'll give them that. The arrows look amazing. But that's beyond the point. That's not the point. The point is that I don't like them. It's also worth noting, Assistant Manager doesn't have any drops whatsoever. It can't drop any weapons at all. And something else I didn't show you was the animation. So here you go. Every weapon has like a purple glow when you attack with them. It's brand new, very unique. Do I like these weapons? Yeah, they're pretty cool. Are they going to be the best weapons in the game? Yeah, if you get the right buffs on them, you're going to have to grind a lot if you want the right buffs on these weapons. But there is a little secret to that, which I'm going to show you right now. Okay, here we are at the Super Duper. As you can see, the weapon costs 15,000 to dupe. The ability on the weapon is Finale Block Surge. Let's duplicate it. Okay, there's a new one here, and it has Gas Guard. I don't really want Gas Guard, so we'll spend another 15k raw science. Wasp Queen damage. That's interesting. I might want that. As you can see, duping the weapon re-rolls the buff on the weapon. It's the same for any of the trinkets right now. If I take this waffle right here, it has fall defense and summon crit. I don't really like that. 15,000 raw science later, if we super dupe it, it's going to give us the trinket, but with 2 completely new abilities. This probably isn't intentional because it makes no sense that you'd be able to just keep duping them for more abilities. This one, 20,000 to duplicate this Glowbasser necklace. Let me just get some new buffs. Let's see what we get. We get bow attack, invincible shielding, trickle regen. That's rubbish. But yeah, you can spend raw science to dupe these weapons until you get the right buff, so you don't need to fight the bosses over and over and over. So once you get the weapon you want, just dupe it a bunch of times. 15k raw science is nothing now. You can get that in like 5 minutes. That's everything you need to know about the infused tier 4 weapons in Grounded. Remember, you need to be in New Game +4 for these weapons. The Assistant Manager is the only boss that doesn't drop any. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like on it and hit the subscribe button as well, because why not? I'll see you in the next Grounded video. Have a great rest of your day.